Hey friends, welcome back to the channel and welcome to a little brief update on the whole strap wicker mini capucines fiasco that we've been going through kind of as a group. So I appreciate all of your support, but I thought I would do a little mini update to let you know where we are, but kind of more importantly, what some of you all are experiencing and how I would recommend that you proceed. So with that, let's get into the video. Okay, so here is where we are at the moment. I am filming this and posting this the same day. So this is Friday, May 23rd, I believe. Yeah, I think that's right. The Friday of Memorial Day weekend for those of you who live in the United States. If you live elsewhere in the world, then you don't know what we're talking about, or you may know what we're talking about, but you don't celebrate. So anyway, it's a nice 3-day weekend for those of us who live in the States because Monday is Memorial Day. So most people have the day off on Monday, which is very nice. And I'm very much looking forward to it. So I received an email, I believe on the 17th of May from Louis Vuitton indicating that they had received my item into the repair group, whatever, I don't know. Not really quite sure what happened in between me sending my strap to my sales associate and then how long or why it took that long, I guess, for it to get to wherever it was going. My sales associate did indicate that it was going to stay in the United States. Now, I can't tell where it is in the repair, like what physical location it's in, but according to my sales associate, it was staying in the United States and not going to France. So the last time I checked, which was yesterday on the status, it said that it was in the evaluation process, and the estimated actual date of like return was the 20th. Well, obviously, like I said, it is the 23rd of May right now, and clearly I do not have my strap back, nor does it look like it has been sent back to the store either. So, you know, I know a lot of you were like, that's ridiculous. You shouldn't have to send it back. They should just send you a new one. You know, it could take forever. And yes, it could take longer. Did I really think that it was going to take only 2 weeks? I mean, do I wish it was only going to take 2 weeks? Yes. Did I logically, really in my head, really think it was only going to take 2 weeks? Probably not. But you know, one can always wish, but clearly it doesn't. And I'll put up on the screen here the date that I mailed it back to my sales associate. Now, it was a 2-day air, I believe, UPS label that she had sent me. So, and it was going back to California. So obviously it was crossing the whole United States. So I'll let you know when I sent it and when it was received, because I should be able to see that as well, just to kind of give you a time frame of where we are sort of in this 2-week process, which has clearly been longer than 2 weeks. So that's what I know about mine. Now, I want to give you a little update on what some other subscribers and people who have seen my video have come across when they have approached their sales associate or client advisors, I guess is what the correct term is for Louis Vuitton employees. But many people have been encountering sales associates that really have no idea what's going on. And then also some of you have been encountering sales associates who say that they can do something, but that all they're going to do is either give you a brand new strap, meaning the same strap with the same hardware, or they're going to replace the hardware with the same hardware. Now, when I had somebody reach out to me and say that, I immediately reached out to my client advisor and said, hey, just an FYI, I got this message from a subscriber who said that their store told them, and I believe it was the repair manager, or maybe it was the store manager, I don't remember exactly who this person spoke with, but that they were told what I just said to you, that, you know, it wasn't going to be fixed in my mind in the way it needed to be fixed. And I said, can you tell me if that's the case? Because if that's the case, I will send this bag back to you right now, because simply giving me a new strap, just as it was sent to me originally, or give me my strap back with the exact same hardware on it, is not going to fix the problem. So let me know, because I have a box here. I have the box that was shipped to me, and I've kept all of that packaging, and I will ship the bag back to you. She immediately responded and said, whoever that is does not have the latest communication from Paris. And so she said that is not correct, and that what my subscriber had been told is not correct. So all I would say to you is, for those of you who have bought one of the mini wicker capucines, or honestly any of the wicker capucines, because it's going to happen on the BB ones as well. From what I can see, the ring that's on the side of the bags are the same size, and they are the same size like lobster clasps. And that is really the problem here. The problem is the size of the ring as it relates to the lobster claw clasp. Either the ring needs to be bigger or the lobster claw needs to be smaller, because what's happening is, because this is bigger, the claw, it gets stuck because this is small, and when it rotates, it ends up pushing that button, the lever that you push to open the claw and close it. It ends up pushing on that as it rotates, which then it rotates off and your bag falls. So that doing the same thing is not going to fix the problem. So please make sure that you are communicating with your sales associates or client advisors, that it's your understanding that they are replacing the hardware with something different. Now, I also heard from at least one of you that you actually, they sent me a screenshot of it. It was so cute, and the screenshot, I could tell, like up at the top of the screenshot, she had sent like a link to my YouTube video, and the sales or the client advisor's response was, yeah, thanks for sending. I've seen the video. I know what's going on, kind of thing. So I thought that was very, very cute. And I'm thrilled that, my video and our video is, kind of going viral within Louis Vuitton. I think that's great. So hopefully they really do understand what the problem is and then how to fix it. So I would just really implore those of you who have the bag, do not wait until it happens. I promise you it will happen. It is just purely a design flaw, and it needs to be fixed. Unless you want to go to the hassle and the work of any time you are picking the bag up and going to put the strap on, or if you have the strap on your shoulder or crossbody or whatever, and the strap is now loose, and it's going to now have weight on it. So for example, if you're sitting down with the bag and it's sitting crossbody or on your shoulder, so the strap is just kind of hanging, which then means that the hooks fall down, and then you go to stand up, and so now the hooks are going to rotate up and be taut along with the strap and the weight of the bag, pulling on the strap on your shoulder. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't happen every single time, but I can pretty much stake my children's lives on the fact that it will happen, because unless, like I said, you are paying attention and you physically hold the bag by the top handle and make sure that both straps are upright and the lobster claws are sitting upright and taut and aren't going to move at all, and then you lower it so that there's weight on it. Unless you want to go through that process every time wearing your bag, then don't do anything. But I can't live my life that way. I need to just be able to wear the bag. I don't want to have to babysit the bag, and to do that to me is babysitting the bag. So do not let them screw around with you. Be relentless. let them know that they need to, reach out to Paris again and get the most up-to-date communication on what they're doing for these bags. Now, I guess I could be being completely snowed, or maybe my sales associate isn't getting the right information, but I have it in writing that I can return this bag regardless of whether it's past 30 days if they don't fix it appropriately. So I'm not that worried about it. It would bum me out that I would have to return the bag. But my point is, I don't think that she's just like blowing smoke so that I'm then stuck with the bag. So anyway, just keep pressing with your client advisors and making sure that they're doing the right thing. And again, if you have one of these bags from before, from what I could tell from my footage from Spain, when I tried on the bag in both Madrid and Barcelona, the D-ring things are on the outside of the BB, just like they are this time. I couldn't remember whether maybe they were interior ones last year, but no, they are exterior. Now, I will say I cannot see from my footage how big the lobster claw is in relation to the ring. And that is really what the issue is. It's that ratio between the size of the ring and the size of the clasp that makes this an issue. Because when I put my ostrich mini capucines strap on my wicker bag, which that has much smaller lobster claws, it doesn't do that because it doesn't have the play in the size of the lobster claw for that to happen. So use your voice, you guys, and make it known what you want to happen. And if they're not willing to do that, then, my position would probably be return the bag, because unless you want to babysit it, it is a design flaw that you shouldn't be responsible for and paying north of $7,000 with sales tax, or even more than that if you bought the BB, for example. So anyway, that is the update and a little bit of some anecdotes about, I know what some of you are running into. Please feel free to use my videos to send to sales associates that need a little more education on really what the issue is, especially that second one, which is where I caught it like in the act of it happening and took a picture of it, hopefully in the way I explain it in that video, because in the first video I had no idea that there was this issue. I just thought it was my bag. So, the first video was just me being like, okay, I got this defective bag, I'm sending it back and they're sending me a new one. Well, that's not the issue. The bag itself is just fine, but it's that ratio. So feel free to share this video as well, because according to my sales associate or client advisor, some of these other client advisors don't have the most up-to-date information. So push them and, make sure that they are communicating, because according to my client advisor, the repairs manager at her location has spoken, directly with the repairs center in Paris, at headquarters, and that is what they're doing. They are replacing the hardware with something that will not do that. So fingers crossed, that's what they're really doing. Obviously, we will find out once I get my strap back, but just wanted to give you a brief update. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday weekend if you live here in the United States and you are celebrating, and that you get some well-deserved time off and maybe go to a barbecue or something. It's kind of crappy here in New York. It's only going to be like in the low 60s, so not great Memorial Day weekend weather, but it also isn't supposed to rain, so I'll take that because it's basically been low 50s and raining for the past 3 days. So I will at least take sunshine and a little bit warmer. Thanks so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. I would love to see you back. All you need to do is click the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know when I upload videos. That is completely free to you. It does not cost you anything to subscribe to a YouTube channel. If you want to keep on watching, there'll be another video over here for you to watch. And wherever you are, I hope you're having an amazing day or evening. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye, guys.